Guys, I'm just getting to you hot off the press because it's just so important for you to know this, especially for those of you who are invested in Snap. This is a prime example of just being way too negative in the market when there's a lot of things to be positive about. I know that Facebook dragged down a lot of the social media apps such as Twitter, Snap, Pinterest, and they all came tumbling down. Snap was down 25% today, 25% today. And it was down as much in percent yeah, somewhere around the same vicinity as Facebook. I think Facebook closed around 26, 27% down, which to me, I actually bought Facebook today. So just full disclosure, I still think that Facebook comes back up. But this is just a prime example is that not everything's the same or not everything is as it should seem like it should be, right? Just because Facebook shits the bed doesn't mean that Snapchat needs to shit the bed. And this is a prime example of that. They had their first ever quarterly net profit, which is incredible. The stock right now, I'm looking at it, and we're going to look at the chart here in just a second, so stick around for that. But the stock right now is up 55%. It was up as much as 57 just a couple minutes ago as I'm doing this recording. I'm reading off some of these numbers because I don't have time to memorize them. 22 cents adjusted versus 10 cents expected. I thought it was 6. 1.3 billion versus 1.2 billion in revenue, which is amazing. Here we go. Daily active users, 319 million versus the 316.9 million. And remember, Facebook came below expectations on that number. So this is actually huge for Snapchat and for Snapchat investors or Snap investors, Snap Inc. I always do that. Average revenue per user, APRU, is you'll hear it as ARPU, but $4.06 versus the $3.79 expected. This is incredible, guys. And this is just a prime example. You look at something like Facebook that is kind of shifting away from their Facebook platform. And to me, it seems as if they're getting way too distracted with so many other things. They're getting into the metaverse, right? And they're getting into to Reels with Instagram, and they got so much other stuff going on. Remember, they tried to do the video conferencing platform when Zoom went crazy. And so for me, I think that the key difference here is that Snap hasn't lost who they are. They haven't lost who they are. They're continuing to double down on on the digital advertising and continue to innovate there in that space. Whereas Facebook just has so many things going on. And I say this as I bought it this morning, but I think that it was because of a crazy overreaction. Facebook shouldn't be down at 17 times PE. That's just crazy to me. But this is a prime example. If Facebook just continued to focus on Facebook and continued to innovate that and really kind of stay true to who they were, I think that we could have seen a similar result from Facebook, especially with what we're seeing from Snap. And to me, this is a really a great thing for Snap. And I think that this, for them to be profitable, net profit, that's amazing. So what do we do from here? Is it too late to get into Snap right now? What do you do if you're out, or what do you do if you're in? To me, I think it's definitely worth holding because the stock's going to go higher from here. For them to come in with net profit, that's a massive catalyst for the stock. And obviously it's being rewarded with it being up 54% here after hours. So let's take a look at this chart here right now. So as we're looking at this chart, as I mentioned earlier, the stock's up 55%. Unbelievable. So really good looking chart here, obviously. Lots of boner candles to be excited about. But the real key here for me is the daily chart. So this is the 50-day moving average represented by this yellow line. We have the 200-day all the way up at $60 a share. This is just how far this has come down. It's unbelievable. But if you look at this, with it sitting at 37 bucks, there's definitely room for this to move. Considering the RSI was at 24 today, it's going to be much higher than that tomorrow. But there's a lot of room for this to run. This goes and tests that 50-day moving average. The momentum could certainly continue. So watch that 42.58 area. It's going to be a little bit higher tomorrow, but watch that 50-day moving average. If it gets above that, I think that's going to be really exciting. And then we're met with another resistance right around 49 bucks. And then really we start to march towards that 200-day moving average at 59.98. There's a gap fill here that goes all the way up to 65. Guys, with this company being the first profitable quarter, there's a lot to be excited about here. The growth story on Snapchat is actually really, truly amazing. And to me, I think that it could be bought up. Watch for pullbacks to maybe around, I don't know, 39.40. I think $40 a share is probably where it's going to sit tomorrow. So watch it for around 40 bucks a share. If it holds that area, I think it actually would be worth buying. To me, if you're not in, scaling in is always going to be the way to go. So scale in, buy little chunks at a time, and I think you'll be fine. But either way, this is a great profitable quarter for Snap. Huge quarter for them, and I'm super excited. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below. Is Snap the one to own, or is there another one that you should be going after? Pinterest obviously had a great quarter too. If you guys want to go check that out, I did a live stream earlier, so feel free to get some of those numbers as well. But this is a massive, massive move for Snap, and this is incredible. I love the way that the stock is moving. I love the company. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell, as I will be live on Sunday for Stock Watch Sunday. We'll go over the week ahead and what the expectations are for there. And I'll see you in the next one.